Now, about the bullets. I don't really want to go into the damage and reload and recoil stats of each bullet. That would take too long and is beyond the scope of this guide. So instead, here are some cheat sheets. Besides that, normal shot level 2 is your bread and butter shot. You should basically always bring it, assuming your gun can use it. Normal is what you'd expect. Level 1 is pretty weak, level 2 is your standard shot, and level 3 is strong but specializes in that it will split apart upon impact. On top of being more expensive, level 3 shots are best used in a way that the shrapnel from the initial impact can hit another part. Pierce shots are what they sound like. They will pierce the monster. Each level will pierce additional times, but not increase the speed of those hits, meaning that if a monster isn't long enough, not all of the hits will actually connect, and your damage will be wasted. Great Jaggy isn't a great choice for Pierce, since it's so mobile that it'd be hard to shoot it in a way where the bullet will travel down the full length of the monster. Pellet shots act like a shotgun in a cone. As long as your target is within that cone, it'll hit the target. From what I can tell, you can't make it do more or less damage. You either hit them or you don't. Just make sure you're close enough. Crag shots are like a sticky grenade. They're actually called sticky shots in World, Rise, and Wilds. They will hit a monster and explode after a short delay. The initial hit doesn't do that much damage, the explosion does, and it does fire damage as well as far as I'm aware. Cluster shots are a shot that spreads out little bombs on impact, dealing explosive damage, which will ignore hit zones. Crag and cluster shots usually have a lot of recoil and slow reloads, and, generally speaking, you're very limited in how many you can bring with you. They're your most powerful single shots, so make them count. Recovery and Demon and Armor shots are meant to be used on other players. From what I can tell, Recovery 1 and 2 will heal as much as an herb and a normal potion, and Demon and Armor shots will give the Might and Animate Seed buffs. You can't use these on yourself. All of the status shots work the same, just with their respective ailment. Level 1 will inflict 25 status buildup and level 2 will inflict 50. These will usually have pretty high recoil and slow reload speeds. All of the element shots work the same, just with their respective element, except for dragon shots, which work like a pierce shot and have higher recoil and reload speeds. If I understand correctly, elemental shots will scale off of your bowgun's damage, which is potentially really nice, as other weapons have the elemental damage listed separately. Just keep in mind elemental hit zones are usually much lower than physical ones. Trank and paint shots are available on all bowguns and do what you might imagine. The trank shots can be used instead of trank bombs to tranquilize a monster once they're trapped in order to capture them. The paint shots can be used instead of paintballs to paint a monster and track them on your map. The main downside to these ammo types is that you need to load them and deal with their recoil, but you should use them if you really want to. I typically prefer using the item versions of both, even when I'm gunning. Slicing shots are new to the 3rd generation, and give gunners an option to cut tails off. They work similarly to crag shots in that you fire them at a monster, and after a short delay, a flurry of slashes will hit whatever part it was stuck in. Ideally, you hit a monster's tail, but it can be good for damage as well.